What we're looking at today is a Kinefac thread rolling machine, a model MC10. This machine on a through feed basis will roll up to 1 3/4 inch diameter. It will roll down to 1/4 inch in diameter. Today we're rolling through feed 3/4 tin thread. This is just a low carbon steel rod, and we're rolling on the center line of the dies to the center line of the part. In a few minutes you're going to see it roll through the dies. We've got a timer on it. We're going to roll 8 or 10 inches of thread on the rod. The dies are going to open. We're going to take the rod back out. We could through feed it all the way through the machine and out the back of the machine. We're not going to show that today, but you could. You could roll it 20 feet long if your rod was that long. And this is a very high-tech machine. We could tool it for your job. It will also in-feed roll. The dies are different. The dies just squeeze on the part and they open back up. And there you're just doing a maximum length of thread of about 3 inches. Very durable machines, got a lot of features that we'll talk about in a few minutes. Right now I want to show the rolling of the thread. We've got it set on a timer. The dies are going to open. All right. Now the rod is spinning and we're rolling a thread. There's a 3/4 tin thread. You could roll it the length of the bar. You could roll it any length you wanted to. Turn the rod around. Put it through. We haven't chamfered this rod. We're going to go again. And in between the dies is a carbide tip blade. That's where the part is resting while it's being rolled or pulled through. All right. Very fast operation. This is adjustable for vertically here so that you can get your part. And this is adjustable, of course, for the diameter you're rolling. Over here is what we call tilting. It's got degrees and minutes marked here. Right here. And this is what you adjust in the setup for the diameter of the part that you're rolling. We've got a chart that tells you what degrees to adjust this to on each side of the machine for the diameter and the thread that you're rolling. Also, control panel, of course, with all the features of the machine, on, off, timer. Got a digital timer on it. Over on this side of the machine, a knob here that adjusts the height of that blade that's sitting between the two dies. It's critical that the part be rolling on the center line of the dies. So, naturally, the bigger the part, you would have to drop down that work blade. It would have to go down. So this is what this is for. And it'll adjust in 1/1000th increments. And that's a handy feature to have. And then your hydraulic power that's closing the dies, of course, are provided by this cylinder there. And that's adjustable across there. So you roll on the center of the part and you get the part, the dies closed on the part, so you pull through. We're going to do another part. And of course this could be set up on an automatic bar feed. We could quote that if that's what your production is. Very simple. If you go all the way through, it comes out the back of the machine. We're not showing that today, but certainly it could be set up that way. This is a hydraulic power pack that controls the pressure that this cylinder puts on the part. This is a coolant tank over here, the green tank, and they're providing coolant going to the machine. You have to run coolant on the machine, on the part, to cool it off. This is the main electrical panel. It's wired for 460 volts, 3-phase. If you've got 220 volt, we could quote you on a transformer to step it down to 220. Very durable machine. We're seeing the 3/4 tin thread being through feed rolled. In a lot of operations, you pull it back out. And some operations, you will want a shorter thread. You can have a different length thread on one end than you can the other. Some operations, you're going to want it fed all the way through. A continuous thread from one end to the other. It's very fast. Heavy duty machine. This machine's got a 15 horsepower motor on it. And the gearboxes are at the back that provide the torque for rolling. We can show you how to set up this machine on our floor. Thread rolling today, 3/4 tin thread. Through feed rolling. Rolling on the center line of the part to the center line of the die. You can roll all the way through. You can roll a long thread like this on one end. You turn your bar around, roll a short thread on the other end. Today we have that controlled with a timer, a digital timer. You just roll the number of seconds. Now you can roll that thread all the way through the machine. Continuous thread all the way through. Here we have the threaded rods sticking out through a hole in the machine, through the back of the machine. And this is what you would have if your thread was the full length of the bar, or if you had a 20-inch long thread on one end of the part, or something along those lines. Your motor, your main motor, is driven down here in the bottom, and it is through a tooth belt, a V-belt, that drives through the gearbox on the machine.